Alrighty, my friends, hello, and thank you for tuning in. So I was forwarded this to one of my emails, and I didn't know how to present this to you guys. So I just went through and I highlighted a bunch of things and underlined some points of interest. This is what I've been saying all along, that this is a planned attack. It's a man-made virus, and this just verifies everything. So I'm just going to go through and just point out some things, and I'll let you guys read it, so you'll have to pause the video and read it. So I'm just going to read a few things, points of interest that I thought were kind of suspicious or odd or whatever. Let's just get into it. So this was taken from a website at the top. You can see I didn't get around to opening that up yet, but I'm going to see if it goes anywhere. So this has been in the works for 10 years now. As you can see, it says Lockstep 2010, a simulated global outbreak. And this is like their playbook of what they have been planning to do. So create a very contagious but super low mortality rate, which is what we have. Mortality rate virus. They're upplaying the infection rate and the death rate to instill fear in us. So I said before, this is a hybrid between SARS and HIV, and boom, there it is, confirmed. Created at Fort Derrick Class 4 lab. So, yeah, it looks like US and China were in cahoots together, and I know that it was also us up in here in Canada too that were involved. But for some reason it's not mentioned, doesn't matter. So yeah, create a weaponized version of the virus with a higher mortality rate as a backup plan. So they have this coming for phase 2. And sorry, trying to get this clear. But anyway, okay, so simulate the lockstep hypothesis. Just prior to the planned research strain. Okay, so this is coming just before they release the real world exercise as a final war game. So this is all just fun and games to them. And you can see the Gates event 201 October 2019. So then release the research strain at Wuhan Institute of Virology. Blame it on natural scapegoat in the Wuhan wet market. Well, that's exactly what they did. Downplay the human-to-human transmission, but they haven't done that for as long as possible. So, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me, but just thought it was enough to point out that's what they were, I guess, originally trying to do. Once the country is in lockdown, shut down travel, and keep the country locked down as long as possible. And then force quarantines and isolation, which they've done. So then fund all talking heads, Fauci, and the World Health Organization, the CDC, the UN, they're all in on it. Create a fund for the vaccination. Oh, that's what they did. Bill Gates and his wife created a fund. So there you go. Create a fund again for the vaccination, the digital ID, which is going to be implemented at any time. Once the public goes back, I guess they misspelled, I've done that a couple times, but whatever. Once we go back to normal, wait a few weeks, and then cause we're kind of in a, not really back to normal, but we're in like the eye of the storm. So people are just, we're, the only difference is like really around here is everyone's wearing a mask, and it's a little slower to go shopping and stuff, but it's, gyms are open. There's certain, you just got to wear a mask basically is all that's really different right now here anyways. So we're in like a back to normal. The schools are open, gyms are open, everything's open right now, but it's pretty obvious they're going to be shutting down real soon. So now that everyone has a weakened immune system down at the bottom, because from months of being in isolation, just like I've been saying, you're supposed to be outside, getting exercise, eating healthy. Well, the average person stays inside, and the air quality inside is way more damaging than outside air. And people are not exercising, and they're probably not eating as well. So those three factors weaken your immune system. And eventually phase 2, which is just around the corner, October, November, boom, right there it is. And the larger second wave. And then they can say, we told you so. Because they're going to say, oh, you didn't listen. Well, you guys, everybody wanted to go to the gym and go to the theaters and blah, blah, blah. But we told you. Yeah, well. Enforce the phase 2 quarantines, increasing the penalty for defiance, replace fines with jail time. So they're going to fill all the jails up with anybody that's not compliant. All travel is non-essential. Increase checkpoints. So we're going to have military standing around. Where are you going? What are you doing? What's your purpose? Increase tracking and tracing of the population. Mandatory apps. That's odd. Didn't know we had to have mandatory apps. And they're going to take over the food and gas to make sure you can't go too far. So I've already stocked up some gas. Might want to as well. I'm not saying you have to. It's just what I did. You never know. And keep the phase 2 lockdown in place for a much longer period of time. Destroy the global economy. Amplify the food shortages and alike. Take extreme actions of force. Make everyone who defies them appear as public enemy number 1. Really? So I don't wear a mask. Not because I'm a rebel, but because I honestly have asthma, and I don't like having that heat on my face, and it just impairs my breathing. So that if they say I can't wear a mask, I say, well, you can't have my business, and I walk away. At any rate, after a rather long phase 2 lockdown, 6 months plus, roll out the vaccination program. Woohoo! So yeah, they're saying that we are the cause, because if we don't have a vaccination, we're the threat. We're the problem, because we're not wearing. I'm clean. I'm breathing clean air, and yet you take the vaccination, so you're protected from me. So what do you care if I get it? They're just trying to get us all to fight against each other. But I digress. Let's go. If the majority of people go along with the agenda, then let those people enter the new system, the new normal, the new world order. I just threw that in there because that's basically what they're saying. The new system, the new normal, the new world order. They're saying it without saying it. If the majority of people go against the agenda, release the weaponized SARS, HIV, MERS, hot tribrid strain as phase 3. So they've already planned in case they can't take us out with the second wave. They got a third wave coming. And this one is deadly, guys. 30% mortality rate is unreal. That is unreal. It's unheard of. I think the bubonic plague was way up there at about 30% mortality rate. As far as I can recall, I think that's the only one, the Black Death. So, and then it just goes to show how evil they are. Microsoft patent number 060606, and zeros are nothing. So it's 666 cryptocurrency system using body activity data. Sorry, my glasses aren't on. I'm just reading this off screen. Oh, and if you guys have not seen this, watch it. It's on Netflix. Black Mirror. Watch Black Mirror. It's telling you exactly what the government's up to. It's a great. It's not great, but I mean, it's like it's showing you what's going on behind the scenes. It's on Netflix, so if you want to watch something to see what's coming around the corner, then watch it. Yeah, it's something of interest. I wouldn't let my kids watch it, but for educational purposes only, I would watch it. Okay, so yeah, so we have to, the Black Mirror is a Netflix series. They show you everything that's going on, and then they're going to use food, water, and shelter, and other essentials as a weapon. Wow. Everything that I've been saying for the last 5-10 years is finally right here in black and white. So on that note, my friends, there you have it. Sorry about this isn't such a happy video, but I have to share this. It's been on my heart since this morning, since I got it, and I have to share it with as many people as I can. So please like, share, and just spread this around as much as possible, because this could be taken off, because I already had one video taken off. If anybody had seen it, it was up for like 16 hours or so. It was about the vaccination from the Italian doctor. If anybody wants it, I still have it. I can email it to you, I think, or if we'll figure something out. If anybody wants it, I can send it to you. We'll figure out a way. And all right, my friends, that's it for the day. I'll see you on the air or in the air, God's will.